Hey guys, I am here on Columbia 6726 in Suquamish, and just a FYI, this is actually a fairly busy street. So going into little downtown Suquamish, there's a great restaurant down there. You just go this way, there's a little church, there's a gas station, and so on. It's a very small little town. Going this way, you can get into Paulsbo, but that's the problem. This is like the back way to Paulsbo, so it gets quite a bit of traffic. And what you have here is not a bad driveway, so I think you could actually fit 4 cars in the driveway and maybe one in a lay-by here, but there's really no street parking, so may or may not matter to you from the standpoint of, if you're going to have guests over. The roof looks a little long in the tooth. For sure it needs to be cleaned. I can't tell the age. If I can look from the upper windows, I will. And I would just say, generally speaking, it really needs to be freshened up on the outside. It's so funny, when Jim and I first bought our very first house, I think we actually looked at one of these 3 houses. They were all being built around the same time. It does look like somebody backed into the garage door. And so there's a little damage here. And why I point out damage is because I want you to take that into account when you're thinking about writing an offer. Spot on the side here where you can keep your trash cans, so that's good. And again, decent sized driveway. You could put probably 4 cars in the driveway. I like the covered front porch. Everything feels pretty stable. There's nothing loose or wiggly. Got an outlet on the porch here. Hooks for plants. I don't think anything prevents fencing, so it could be cute to fence it. I will also say that Suquamish is very non-conforming, meaning there's not like a very strict what you can put on a piece of land. And so it looks like to me, the person that owns the lot across the way probably just has a garden, a shed there, a shop. But you're going to have a lot of mix when it comes to how are people taking care of their property. If there's gas to the house, this is done by propane. There's no natural gas here. When we enter the house, we come onto a vinyl patch right at the front door, which is smart to kind of protect it from the weather. And let's see, that's burnt out light bulbs. It's a very dark day outside, so it feels a little dark in here, but I suspect it's probably a little lighter on a normal day. This is bamboo flooring, and it doesn't look terrible, but it almost looks like a honeydew, like a homeowner installed it. So it's maybe not installed as professional as I would like to see it. The paint generally looks in good shape on this level. So my guess is a little dining table right here, and then having the living area lean into this space. You can see quite a bit of wear right here, so they probably did have some furniture right in this area. Very nice sized kitchen. So we can get some light on here. There we go. I would probably replace the lighting in here. It's kind of funky. But you can see the gaps. So it tells me that they didn't push, they didn't have long enough pieces on the flooring. So in my opinion, I'd probably consider replacing this bamboo flooring. Countertops are laminate. They look like they're in good shape. The cupboards are, I think this is maple. Newer dishwasher, GE, matching range, microwave. Refrigerator is Whirlpool, but lots of workspace. I like that a lot. And my guess then is the only thing that's gas is the fireplace. The backyard is pretty rough. It needs some love. So they just really didn't do much back here. And actually, it looks like it gets plenty of light, so I think if you wanted to put some effort in this backyard, I think there's a lot of potential. This little patio area is nice. The house needs to be pressure washed. This green is just what happens in Washington because we have those long, dark winters. So pressure washing and then getting some Thompson stain on that would be helpful. So nice first floor. There is a little bit of a pet odor in the house, like a dog odor. Pass-through laundry room, so this is going to take us into the garage. There's a deep sink, washer and dryer hookup, some storage. Again, this house is showing pretty darn dark. I think it has to do with today's weather. It is a long garage, so not only room for a car, but also room for a shop, a workout area. Lots of stuff needs to be taken out of here though. Nice storage, coat closet here, and then the powder room. Looks like they had a few pieces of art in here. We will head upstairs. I like that there's this little spot here where you could, you know, have a drop zone, so an entry table with a lamp or something on it. Up the stairs we go. Again, just it's a really dark day, but pretty dark house. Kind of a narrow hallway. It's very interesting. Okay, the bamboo floor in here looks a lot better. Fairly small bedroom, so maybe a 10 by 10 bedroom. Get a better look at that backyard. No doors on this closet. Another bedroom, similar size. This has the scuttle access for the attic. Yeah, I'm gonna go 10 by 10. I'd say the carpet is old, but in generally good shape. It sounds like it's been cleaned a lot. The padding is a little crunchy. I know that sounds kind of like a weird way to say it, but that's usually an indication that they've cleaned it a lot. Primary bedroom, not a bad size. So you could put a king headboard there. Challenge is there's only this one wall here or here for some kind of dresser unless you ran it underneath the window. And you're back to the street here. And, you know, honestly, the shingle does not look bad. It's just they've let the moss grow on it. So, you know, an offer on a house like this would be that the seller replaces that garage door and they have the roof cleaned. It's an interesting line here. I'm not concerned about it. I think it was a really interesting spot where they had to do drywall. I'm wondering if they put the skylight in after the fact. I'm not certain about that. This would be more for a home inspector to tell us what we're looking at, but it's not a concern for me. I just want you to see it. So generally good shape. Little linen closet there. And I think I pointed out that we have one wardrobe here and one wardrobe there. So I'd say small closets. Linen closet here. And then the hallway bath. So this is a shared bath for the 2 bedrooms. They definitely, the more I'm here, the more I realize I'm not smelling dog. I think I'm smelling cat. And that bathroom is probably where the cat box was because it has a very, very strong cat odor. All right, so this is the house on Columbia, 6726 Columbia in Suquamish.